Hello guys, and welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. Today I thought I might share with you a couple of tips what to do when you're stuck, when you don't know what to paint, when you're not inspired or just don't feel like picking up your brush, but somehow you feel that even though you don't feel like it, you just know that it's something that you need to do. So lately I've been experiencing myself a lot of I guess uninspiration, a lot of stuckiness, a lot of time when I just didn't feel like painting, even though I knew I should be doing that because I knew it would do good to me, but I was just not inspired. So as I said, today I do want to share with you a couple of tips of what I did and what I do when I just don't feel like painting and when it's just so overwhelming to me. So today I will be painting a couple of simple landscapes, I guess they are. Very loose. I will be using Centenaire watercolor paper and my own watercolors. This is a vibrant set, and by the way, that set is available in my shop, so guys, if you want to check it out, there is a link in the description box. So the first tip I wanted to give you tell you is that you should just pick a simple subject to paint. When you haven't painted for a while and you just don't know where to start, I was just browsing to Pinterest and looking for some ideas what to paint, and I did not want to find anything complicated. I just wanted something simple that I knew I would be comfortable with, that I knew it would be quite simple and easy to paint and without any hustle and tussle and bustle and muscle, whatever. I just wanted something that will, I guess, relax me. So that is how these three paintings came to life. Anyway, just pick something simple. Pick something that you painted a lot, that is quite that you are quite comfortable with, that you don't need a lot of brains and a lot of thought put into it before you start to paint. Just pick something that you can just straight go into it. Just pick up your brush and just paint it. And I guess for me that's a looser landscapes without too much details, without too much, I guess, color. And that is the second tip I want to get into it. I advise you to pick up a subject and paint something that doesn't require a lot of colors, that you can do with a limited color palette, because you don't want to be overwhelmed by a lot of colors, by picking your colors, by mixing your colors. Just pick something that is monochromatic or something that you just need a very limited palette to paint. And again, that is the reason why I picked this and just painted with three colors and just mixed them on my palette and brought this to life. And you know, when you're mixing your paints, there probably will get to the splitting of the pigments. Your pigments will probably split, and that is how you will also achieve a little bit more of the dimension, a little bit more variety. So I do advise to you, if you are choosing to paint monochromatic, just mix your paint, mix the color you want, and I do think that effect would be, I guess, a little bit more nicer, and you will be a little bit more satisfied. And that is the point. When you haven't painted for a while, you just have to do something that will satisfy you quite quickly and that will inspire you to move on to your next painting, not something that will overwhelm you and just put you away from painting and put you away from doing more, and to pick up your brush again and, I guess, do another painting. Again, that's I guess connected to my next tip, is that you should pick something that you would need to paint with quite simple and quite repetitive brush strokes, something that doesn't require a lot of skill with your brush, and that you can just tap and you can just paint and just repeat those brush strokes, because that is how you will also warm up your hand, and that is how you will get a little bit more relaxed, a little bit less stressed with your painting, and that is how you will also get in the groove again and just, I guess, as I said, warm up your hand. And my next tip is to, when picking the subject, just lower your expectations. If you are a beginner, or even if you are advanced painter or experienced painter, when you haven't painted for a while, you do get a little bit rusty. So I do advise you to pick something that is under your standard and something that you think you could just very easily do. And don't push yourself to paint something complicated, something you might know that you are on this level, you can paint this, but just paint a little bit under your skills, if that doesn't make any sense. But if you are a beginner, choose something very, very simplistic. As I said, repetitive strokes, limited color palette. Just choose something that, I guess, won't disappoint you. Don't set yourself up for disappointment. Don't put something that is challenging in front of you. Just put something that is quite simple, and again, that will just satisfy you quite quickly. And my last tip would be to maybe try to create textures in your painting, impressions, and not really details. Don't try to paint a realistic painting, because that's a fussy, that's detailed, requires a lot of time sitting down and staying with your paints, and it takes a lot of time for that painting to satisfy you. Because I know when I do a detail, a little bit more realistic painting, it always comes in a period where that painting looks horrible. I would just want to rip the paper and throw it away. And if you move on from that stage, if you stick to your painting and move on to a stage, it does turn out to be quite nice and good. But that's not something that we need when we are feeling down, when we are not inspired, when we don't feel like painting and just want to force ourselves to get into the painting again. So, as I said, I don't advise you to do a detailed painting, just to do something that is quite looser, that you will be creating textures. You can see right now what I'm doing. I'm just creating some waves, and very, very simply, I'm not going into details. I'm not trying to be realistic. I'm not trying to paint every single detail on that wave. I'm being quite impressionistic. I'm just creating textures, just putting that paint on my paper and getting that fast satisfaction. It does look like waves. You can definitely notice that it's water. You don't think it's something else. At least I don't think it's something else. So it does satisfy me quite quickly, and I do see the results quite quickly. So I guess those are my 5 tips, what to do when you are stuck. And when you want to move on from that, when you do want to get a little bit more, I guess, will and joy in your painting, and fun, to discover the fun in painting again. And hopefully it will help you. Just let me know in the comments if you have any other maybe tips, what you do when you are feeling uninspired, when you don't feel like painting but you should be painting. So just, I would love to hear them, and maybe it could help some of you, maybe it could help me, and let's just share it. Let's just get ourselves out of this stuck routine and help each other to, I guess, find a joy in painting again. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to your comments, and thank you so much for being here. If you haven't still, please do subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that a lot. I have lots and lots of tutorials, so you might find an inspiration there. And again, as I said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you next time. Bye.